Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here, breathing in that good ass prana, baby, in the heart of nature. And I got a question that came in. How can I become more likable? So I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey, because I really want to be liked, and a lot of people really want to be liked. 10 secret behaviors of highly likable people. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Now, every single person you see on planet Earth behaves because they want to get something, maybe approval, right? We are social beings. What we do because we are responding to somebody or something. So anybody who says, I don't want to be liked, is probably lying, because every single person you see does something to be liked. Now, here's what you have to really get. There is a reason why a lot of entertainers, a lot of artists, even comedians suffer from a lot of depression, because they are always trying to be liked. And then there are people who just go about their own business, do what they love, and they get liked. So what I'm going to share with you is how to be liked, but at the same time, like yourself and become mentally, emotionally, and physically stronger. Slow motion that side. Now, the first secret behavior of highly likable people, this is what's helped me along my journey, is to be original. What? Say it again, Ralph. Originality. You want to be liked? Be original. Because you see, we don't gravitate towards clones. Sometimes you might hear a singer, then you might hear, no, is that the same singer? Who the hell is that? Because they sound exactly like that person, but it's not them. We're like, I don't want to hear them anymore. Because we want the original. An original is always worth more than a copy. And I learned this through sharing videos, that I was making videos at a time where not a lot of people were doing it. So everything I had to come up with was coming from a very original place, like my intros, all of this stuff, right? I didn't have anybody to see and say, okay, that's what's working. You see, right now, when we talk of content creation and sharing and becoming your greatest version and really fulfilling the dream and goal and passion, a lot of people are seeing what works. You're like, okay, that prank did really well, I want to copy that. Or this person is starting this business, I want to do it exactly like how they did it. But you've got to be original. And then you will find, once you are original, then you will meet your reflections. Once again, you don't control whether or not people like you or not. You can't control that, because liking somebody, right, if people like me, has nothing to do with me. I'm just minding my own business. It's got everything to do with them and what they are resonating with at that moment in time. Because some people like you, then they don't the next day. Even the cat down the road thinks that's kind of strange. Originality will make you more likable. Why? Because you are now expressing your uniqueness. Like, I want you to stand up right now and then say, okay, what are 3 unique things about me? Okay, and if you can't come up with 3 unique things, chances are you're copying somebody right now. Right? I say my intro. I say I'm pretty strange and I'm very weird. Okay, that's 3. Easy. No problem. I'm original. That will make you highly likable. The second secret behavior of highly likable people is total, wait for it, vulnerability. That's right. You got to spill the beans. You really want to be liked? Like, start confessing all of those details you don't want the world to hear about, because that's what we gravitate towards, like totally open and honest people. And I'm still working on even being more open and honest. But through the years, I've shared so much stuff. That's why I connect with amazing beings every single day. Like the deep divers I connect with are probably the coolest people I know. True story. And that's only because they've seen me go from this to this, right? Only because by sharing what's helped me along my journey, I've had to use myself, my own experience. Meaning I've had to be totally open and honest. And people gravitate towards that. So I want you to ask yourself today, are you still holding back? You're still hiding like, I don't want nobody to see me. So once again, if I can't see you, how can I like you? How can I trust you? Because liking is based on trust. If you trust somebody, chances are you like that person. If you don't trust that person, chances are you don't like them. So trust comes from vulnerability, right? When somebody, ever been around somebody who's just telling you something straight from their heart and you're so captivated, you're like, oh, get me some tissues right now, right? You just want to give them a hug and everything. They're totally open, which makes them more likable. Now, what's the third secret behavior of highly likable people? Stand for something. Like, whatever you do, just stand for something. Be unapologetically something. Like, I am unapologetically vegan. I am an unapologetically third eye talker. Right? I've spoken about like the third eye, past lives, and indigos. Now, all of these are subjects most people wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. But we still dive into it because this is what this whole channel is about. But you see, in diving deeper in subjects which a lot of people think are, what's that? Right? Pretty off the wall. It actually works in my favor. Why does it work in my favor? Because it has created a split, right? Some people are going to be like, oh, what the hell is he talking about? And other people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to say that. Thank you for saying it. Right? So when I made videos on indigos a while back, do you know how many messages I received? Thousands. Thank you so much for making that video. Do you know how many messages I received from making the one about the pineal gland? Thank you so much, because I too feel we're living in a kind of matrix, and it's great to see more people awakening out of the deep sleep. If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for anything. Slow motion that side. If you don't stand up for anything, you will fall for anything. You see, highly likable people they're not here to like people please. Not at all. No, we don't want people pleasers, because a people pleaser isn't really focused on something. They're just like trying to please people and make people happy. No. You want to be really likable, you got to be able to be brave enough to stand up for what you believe in. I am 100% vegan, nearly 12 years. Moment of silence. Right? You got to be able to say, okay, yeah, my third eye is active right now. You got to be able to say, yeah, the world is maybe moving to a different dimension with all of this information being the age of Aquarius. I tell you these kind of thoughts, I'm standing up for something. So if you are vibrating and resonating on that same frequency, you're going to vibe with the message, right? But if I didn't say anything, if I was just all about people pleasing, singing Kumbaya under a tree, well, this is a beautiful tree, by the way. Kumbaya. No, we're not going to do that right now, right? I would be holding back information which I was really thinking about. Once again, your job is not to get people to like you. Your job is to like yourself unapologetically. slow motion this side. And make sure you're coming from a truthful, authentic place. It's not about like or dislike, it's about authenticity, right? Which makes us really like people who are authentic. What's the fourth secret behavior highly likable people won't tell you? Highly likable people don't stick to the script. They don't follow the rules. They are not following the crowd. They are doing something you haven't seen before. Can I get a hello? Right? Who else is doing that? Right? So ask yourself, what am I doing that nobody else is doing? Because that's how you stand out from the crowd. That's how people notice you. Most of us, we don't do that. You might see someone who's very popular and say, okay, I'm going to follow in the footsteps of that person. But what worked for them probably won't work for you. No, in fact, it definitely won't. You gotta come up with your own style and your own uniqueness, something that makes you stand out. And when you don't stick to the script, it's more fun that way, right? A lot of the times, like I was inspired by people who just quit their job and just went on holiday. I'm like, how did you do that? Right? Back in the days when I was just stuck in a dead-end job, boring, like just walking around like a zombie. I was reading stories about people who are only working like 5 hours a week. I'm like, how? Like 5 hours a week? That's what I do. I do less than that right now. Yet I create infinite abundance. We'll come to that later. So I was saying, okay, why do I like these people so much? They don't even know how much I like them, because they are inspiring me to become my greatest version by not sticking to the script. They're saying, like, you can do whatever you want on this planet. You can travel the world. You can go with your partner to some exotic location and make love all night long, right? And you don't have to worry about it. I was like, wow, you can really do that? Right? They definitely gave me something to think about. Only because they weren't sticking to the script. Now, you probably got people in both ears, right? In your ears saying, do this, go and get a regular job. You will only be this, you will only be that. They're sticking to the script. And a lot of the times we're around these people and it doesn't feel good. That's why a lot of us, we like rock stars who say, hey, just do whatever you want and forget about it, right? Because we talk about the fifth secret behavior of highly likable people. They show you it's okay to be something. Like I'm showing you it's okay to make a video without editing a video and still live in infinite abundance. I'm showing you it's okay to say 7-day vegan challenge and be proud that you love animals and still inspire millions of people. I'm showing you it's okay to talk about the third eye and the matrix and still be incredibly rich. I'm showing you you can go against the grain and still have a pretty awesome time. Right? Because for so long we've had these programs which says, I can't do this. Highly likable people show you it's okay to be something. They will show you it's okay to be kind and still not be taken for a fool, right? Highly likable people will show you it's okay to be yourself, right? They will show you miracles, literally. That is why we gravitate towards them, because they are showing us it's okay to be who we are unapologetically. Now, number 6, 7-day vegan challenge, gotta throw it in here. Now, sharing. When I first made this channel a while back, I said, I gotta talk about my amazing food journey. I gotta talk about how I got up from the toilet I was actually able to go outside for a change because I switched my whole diet over, right? Started to eat more papaya. I had to share it. Highly likable people are sharing their food journey right now, right? I'm just like in awe of people on Instagram just like sharing like recipes and smoothies. Do you know how grateful I am for you? Like, thank you. Because like they take like hours trying to arrange everything like in the perfect order, like the bananas, the like flax seeds. And I'm like, how the hell do you do that? Not only that, they take a beautiful picture, then they post it up. So they are sharing their food experience, right? They share these delicious smoothies full of like strawberries, banana. They got hemp powder in there. Like, then they make it look so beautiful. These are highly likable people because they are sharing their food journey. Like some people make videos like I've done. A lot of people are doing, they share their recipes, they share all of this great food information, and they just give it away for free. Like, they could actually charge for that in a DVD or something. Right? Who watches DVDs anymore? Nobody knows. Right? But they actually share their food story. They're always sharing. Shout out to all the people right now making food videos, because I've got to give you a big shout out. I know what goes into it, and I know a lot of these people, right? I know a lot of them, right? The super big ones. We're friends. So shout out to you. Keep doing it. You know who you are. And those are highly likable people because they give freely from the heart. They want to help humanity's health improve by eating a more plant-based diet. Okay? They are there to help people all the time. Now, let's talk about the 7th secret behavior of highly likable people. Now, highly likable people don't need to be validated all the time. You see, that's the difference between some people who are the beginner, like me. They're always trying to seek validation. Like, when we talk of content creation, you could make a video which you spend like 3 weeks just because you want people to like the video and for it to go viral. That's like why a lot of people have depression. Right? I'm a psychologist, so I work with people to get out of that state. I'm trying to show you, you even become more likable when your aim is not to be validated, which means you are not trying to please the crowd. Slow motion that side. Right? We will do as many slow motions as we want, baby. Right? But you see a lot of people, you might be on Instagram, on these social media sites, or even ralphsmile.com, and you might be on these sites and you want to post pictures, right, of how great your body looks, and that's beautiful. But then you're like, am I posting it for me, or am I posting it because I want other people to like how I look? And what I've realized, because I used to be the same way, I used to post nudes, right? Nude selfies all the time. Do you remember? You remember, right? And guess what? I was like, okay, this has got to stop. I got to do it for myself. And it's not easy to do. Like even making videos, you got to like have a balance of creating for yourself and then creating for other people. That's where the entertainment comes in. The problem is though, a lot of us are pure, like we do for others only because we want to get their approval. And that's why a lot of people have tons of depression. Why? Because you aren't validating yourself to begin with. Like you got to validate yourself first. And if people like it, that's beautiful. Because everybody has this need to be liked. It's natural, it's healthy. You want to look good. I want you to look good, for goodness sakes. You look fantastic, by the way. Whoa. What's number 8? The 8th secret behavior highly likable people have is that they like themselves. That's right. It's that simple. Like they love themselves. They don't even like themselves. They love themselves. They're like, yeah, I know I'm amazing. Unapologetically. Now, in our society, we talk about the ego. Like a lot of the times under my Instagram, I say inspiring over 78 million people. Right? And This is what highly likable people do. Muhammad Ali, highly likable. But he was, some people might say he had a big ego. No, he didn't. He just knew how great he was. He said, I'm the greatest. And he was. Why? Because he said it, which made him highly likable. He was assertive. He was confident, and he was proud because he knew the talent he had. He was a highly likable person because of that. We've been programmed to say, okay, I've just got to be humble. I'm a nobody, I'm no good. You see, by being so humble, a lot of people end up hating themselves because they're afraid to shine. You came here to shine, therefore you got to start liking yourself. You got to start loving yourself 100%. To say, yes, I'm proud of what I'm doing. Now, highly likable people don't just talk a good talk. Yap. No, they've actually got proof to back it up. So a highly likable person would say, okay, I'm a great scientist. And then they'll show you some inventions. And you'll be like, yeah, you're right. Some people will say, okay, I inspire millions. Then they'll show you the proof. And then you're like, okay, yeah, you're right. They have something to back up what they're talking about. Okay? They always have something to back up what they're talking about. The proof. The proof is in the pudding, baby. What's the next one? Number 9. Highly likable people will always be polite when they can. You see, nobody likes rude people. Why? Why don't we like rude people? Because you see, when someone is very rude, they create separation. When someone is very polite, it's like an open invitation. Say, hey, come to my house for dinner. No, don't come. Actually, come inside, right? Like that. Highly likable, we gravitate towards kind people for a reason. Nobody likes a stingy mofo, right? We don't like stingy people. We don't like heartless people. We like caring people. We like compassionate people. Highly likable people are caring people. They're compassionate. They always think about others. Sometimes even before they think about themselves. That is why being highly likable is great, but caution, if you are very highly likable, ask yourself today, am I taking enough care of myself? Am I taking enough care of myself? Because it's not just about being liked all the time. You gotta, once again, like yourself. It's not just about helping people all the time. It's about helping yourself. You can only help others when you get yourself out of the projects, or get yourself out of that building, or get yourself out of that, whoa, my gosh, you're in a zoo. Get out of there. Come into nature, baby. Can I get a hello? Okay, so be polite at all times. What I always remind myself is sometimes when you're around people, you don't want to be so nice because we're told not to trust people. Don't talk to strangers, but always give people a chance because you never know who you might meet. And we can talk about the last one, and then we'll do a bonus one even, right? The 10th secret behavior of highly likable people is that highly likable people always seek to inspire people to become their greatest versions. And in that process, they don't really harm people. You see, people say, gosh, Ralph, how did you attract so many people to this channel? I said, because when I first made this channel, I said, okay, I know what it takes to get a viral video. I've got videos with millions of views and stuff. That's easy. What's a lot harder, though, is to create an audience, right? That's a lot harder. Trust me, try it out. And YouTube is one of the hardest platforms to create an audience. That's why a lot of people make videos and they stop. Ask any YouTuber how hard it is. They've been doing this for years. So, highly likable people are always about lifting people up instead of tearing people down. At the same time, they're not sugarcoaters. Like, they don't sugarcoat the truth. Like, I will tell you, hey, you better check out your water. It's probably full of fluoride. Oh my gosh, I don't like you, Ralph. Well, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you what I feel, baby. Right? It's not my job if you like me or not. I'm not concerned. I like myself. That's all that matters. Right? They don't have this concern about being liked. Highly likable people. But ultimately, they do seek to help people more than they do to harm them. Okay? So there you have it. Let me throw in a bonus one. You want to be highly likable people. You want to be highly likable person. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Like, show people how you're not so perfect, because then that will help us all out, because nobody is perfect. I've never seen a perfect person. In fact, we're all got a lot of dirty laundry, baby. And it feels fantastic. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Yeah, have a beautiful day. Woo! Breathing in that good ass Prada. Have a good one. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.